Just over 12 years ago, I was walking on the campus of MIT and I was conducting surveys. My survey only had one question, and that question was, assuming that God existed, if you could ask him one question, what would it be? The answers that I received were fascinating, but it reveals another principle of Bible study that we often neglect, and that is the principle called communion. We have to come to the Bible with a sense of curiosity. We may have spoken about how to find a topic, and that is really the fundamental question. Where do we begin? But now that we have this text, now that we have our topic, what are we supposed to do with it now? Jesus reveals in a Bible verse in the book of John, chapter 5 and verse 39, and he makes this statement. He says, "Search the scriptures." Now I want you to notice what Jesus does not say. Jesus does not say read the scriptures. Jesus does not say casually peruse through the Bible, but he says search. This is the heart of Bible study, is searching. Now, if I asked you to search the room in which you're watching this video, what would you ask me? You would say, search for what? This is exactly the point of communion, that we should always come to the Bible with a question in mind. And the question should relate to one of our topics, like the worries that you may have about your children, or maybe your fears of losing your job, or your hope of graduating from college summa cum laude. This is an interesting concept, and here's a great way to think about this principle. Imagine that God is saying the very words that you're reading in the Bible, like he's telling you a story, like a mother who's reading a nighttime story to her child under a blanket with a flashlight. And like a curious child, what would you ask him? The aim is to search the scriptures, like a detective searching through a crime scene or a group of files, or like deep water divers trying to search through some excavation of some crashed or ship or old treasure buried under the sea, or like a Google search on the web for websites or maybe something you're shopping for. But we want the answers from these questions and from this searching to come from the Bible itself. This experience, coupled with sincere prayer and also taking notes on your discovery, will generate an interest in Scripture again. And this will actually leave us with the feeling that this book that we are studying is the voice of God to our souls.